What if I told you that an angel has crossed your path, and you never even knew it? Sounds unbelievable, right? But throughout history, angels have appeared to ordinary people, delivering messages, offering protection, and guiding them in ways they never expected. The Bible is filled with stories of angelic encounters, some appearing as glorious beings that left people trembling, while others walked among men, unnoticed. But here's the shocking part. Angels didn't just stop appearing after biblical times. They are still among us today. The problem? Most people expect them to show up with glowing robes, mighty wings, and a booming voice from heaven. But what if they look just like us? What if that stranger who helped you when you were in desperate need wasn't just an ordinary person? In this video, we're going deep into the mysteries of angelic encounters, how they appear, why they come, and the signs you've missed. You'll discover mind-blowing biblical truths and real-life stories that might just change the way you see the world around you. Stay with me till the end, because by the time this video is over, you might just realize you've already met an angel. Throughout the Bible, we see angels appearing to people, sometimes visibly, sometimes in dreams, and sometimes in ways no one expected. And here's something interesting. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that angels have stopped appearing to people. In fact, Hebrews 13 verse 2 tells us, "Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by doing so, some have unknowingly entertained angels." Think about that for a second. That kind stranger who helped you when you were in trouble, that unexpected blessing that came right when you needed it, could it have been an angel? Two ways angels appear to us. 1. Angels can look like normal people. The Bible tells us that angels sometimes appear in human form, so ordinary that no one suspects anything divine about them. Think about this. What if you've met an angel and didn't even realize it? This happened to Abraham and Lot in Genesis 18-19. They welcomed strangers into their homes, treated them with kindness, and later realized they were entertaining angels. And in Acts 1, 2 angels appeared as men dressed in white as Jesus ascended into heaven. They looked so human that the disciples didn't immediately recognize them as angels. Even today, Hebrews 13 verse 2 reminds us, "Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing, some have entertained angels without knowing it." The lesson? Be kind, be hospitable, treat strangers with compassion. You never know when you're in the presence of an angel. How many times have you crossed paths with someone who left a deep impact on your life? A stranger who showed up at just the right time, helped you in a way no one else could, and then disappeared. Could that have been an angel? 2. Angels can appear in their supernatural form sometimes. Angels appear in a way that instantly makes people realize they're witnessing something divine. Have you noticed that in the Bible, when an angel appears, the first thing they often say is, "Do not be afraid"? That's because their presence is overwhelming. Daniel trembled when he saw the angel Gabriel. Daniel 10 verses 8-19. Zechariah was terrified when an angel appeared to him. Luke 1 verses 11-13. The shepherds in Bethlehem, completely shaken by the angelic announcement of Jesus' birth. Luke 2 verse 9. These were not tiny, chubby-winged babies like you see in paintings. Angels are mighty, awe-inspiring beings. Even John, the disciple, fell to worship an angel because of its overwhelming glory. Revelation 22 verses 8-9. And think about this. If angels are that powerful, imagine how much greater the presence of God must be. Angels are still active today, protecting, guiding, and delivering messages from God. Have you ever had an experience that made you wonder, was that an angel? If so, you might have encountered something divine without even realizing it. What angels do in our lives? Angels aren't just passive observers floating around in heaven. They are active, powerful agents of God, working behind the scenes in ways we can't always see or understand. But make no mistake, they are at work even today, just as they were in biblical times. They deliver messages from God. Just as the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary to announce the birth of Jesus, and as an angel visited Zechariah to tell him about the birth of John the Baptist, angels still carry out divine instructions, bringing messages, warnings, and guidance to God's people. They protect us. Remember when Daniel was thrown into the lion's den? He wasn't alone. The Bible says God sent an angel who shut the mouths of the lions, sparing Daniel's life. Angels are still protecting God's children today, often in ways we may never realize until much later. They execute God's judgment and fight spiritual battles. Angels are not soft, harmless creatures. They are mighty warriors. In the Bible, we see angels striking down armies, defeating dark forces, and standing guard over God's people. There is spiritual warfare happening around us every day, and God's angels are fighting on our behalf. They escort believers into the presence of God. In Luke 16, Jesus tells the story of Lazarus. When he died, angels carried him into Abraham's bosom. When your time on earth is done, you won't make that journey alone. God's angels will be there to escort you home. Psalms 91 verses 11 to 12 says, "For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone." Yes, angels are real. Yes, they are still active. And yes, whether you realize it or not, you may have encountered one without even knowing. They are always on assignment, watching over, protecting, guiding, and fighting for you. Final thoughts now. I want to hear from you. Have you ever had an experience that made you stop and wonder, was that an angel? Maybe it was a stranger who appeared at just the right moment. Someone who helped you out of a tough situation and then disappeared without a trace. Or perhaps you heard a voice warning you about danger, only to realize later that it saved your life. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of peace in a moment when fear should have consumed you? These moments are more than coincidences. The Bible tells us that angels are real, they are active, and they are sent by God to guide, protect, and deliver messages to us. Sometimes they appear as ordinary people. Other times, they reveal themselves in supernatural ways that leave us in awe. Whatever your experience, I'd love to hear it. Share your story in the comments below. Let's open up a discussion and see just how many of us have encountered something beyond the physical world. Who knows? Your testimony might help someone else realize they, too, have had an angelic encounter. If this video opened your eyes to the reality of angels, don't keep it to yourself. There are people out there, your friends, your family, even strangers, who need to hear this message. So, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps more people find this video. Share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I have more incredible insights coming your way, and you won't want to miss what's next. Angels are real. They are watching over us. They are sent by God to protect, guide, and even fight battles we can't see. You are never alone. No matter how tough life gets, there is a supernatural realm at work, and God's messengers are right there in the midst of it.